All right, my friends, this is the Scott Scale 925. Interesting thing, I don't know about your country, but here in Poland, Scott Scale is available only with two frames. There is, of course, huge lineup of different components, but just two frame. Scale has the HMF frame, which weighs, it's not very light. It's almost 1200 grams. Then HMX, which weighs 969 grams. And then HMX SL, which weighs less than 900 grams. I don't remember exactly, it's just about 860 grams, very light frame, which is still heavier than the newest S-Works. But here in Poland, you cannot buy the HMX SL. We've got only HMF or HMX. This is the Scott, one of the cheapest, like budget carbon hardtails. The 925 comes with the HMF frame, and this bike weighs 11.9 kilo, but it would be lighter if it was the original, like stock bike, because stock it would come with the normal seat post, the alloy one. This is the Duncan 2.0, but this bike has already been prepared for the customer which wanted to have the dropper post. This is the Control Tech dropper post. I suppose the weight of the dropper post is like between 600 and 700 grams, so we may say that this bike would really weigh like 11.5, 11.6 kilo. It's not expensive, pretty good price, and really strong point of this bike at this price with the carbon frame is the front end, which is the Fox 32. So there is nothing like cheap Santur air fork, or the cheapest, one of the cheapest RockShox air forks, which are often being sold with the cheapest carbon frames. But the Fox 32 is great. It's not the stepcast, so it's not too twitchy, because stepcast isn't very stiff in my opinion. But this one also has another advantage, which is two-position lock. You can fully lock it, or you can just leave it in the mid position, which is like stiffened cartridge. So release, this is now open. This is like trail stiffened fork, and now it's locked. You can go to the completely locked position with just one push. You can go to the like trail mode and then to the fully locked, but going back, you cannot back from fully locked to fully open. You can only go from fully locked, mid position, open. On the squid locked on Orbea bikes, you can also push the lever in a way that will make it release all the way from fully locked to fully open. But definitely Fox 32 here is a strong point. This is the 32 Rhythm with Fit Grip technology. I do like it a lot. WTB Ranger 225 tires are really beautiful, I would say, but these are not very light. So one of the easiest ways to upgrade this bike in order to make it lighter for racing would be to swap the tires. Like Maxxis Icon, I would say, would be the cheapest way to go down with the weight of this bike. Now, as for the drivetrain, we've got quite budget crankset, good one. We've got integrated spindle, so this is the Hollowtech 2, but we don't have the hollow, so it's maybe not the Hollowtech 2. I'm not sure about that. The spindle is integrated, that's one thing for sure, but the arms are not hollow. So this crankset is not very light, so another way to upgrade this bike. Then the rear derailleur, very good one, XT working well, SLX 1051 12-speed cassette, working with the SLX shifter. Unlike with the XT and XTR, you cannot go by two down the cassette, but you can still either push the lever in order to release the cable or pull the lever. So you can either push it or pull it, which is not available for SRAM shifters. The brakes, these are one of the most like budget Shimano brakes, but these are great brakes, very strong, very powerful. The only thing I would change is the pads. The original pads on Shimano, not only Shimano brakes, are not good. Disco brakes is something I do recommend, even though I have no connections with them. And that's pretty much most of the thing I would like to tell you about. Nice looking, of course, through axles. The geometry, nice. It looks clean. I do like it. And here is how the dropper post goes. So you've got the lever to the dropper post, and you can use the port which is already prepared on the bike, so that you can always swap the original seat post with the dropper post. There you go, Scott scale 925. Originally it should be about 11.5 or 6 kilograms. This one is already in tubeless system with 100 milliliters of sealant in each of those tires. Nice looking, one of the most affordable carbon hardtails.